I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Morning, everyone. Morning, it's UK time. UK, it's 25 minutes past 8 in the morning, 25 minutes past 8 in the morning in the UK. It's a great day. I'm here and I'm showing up, and I'm going to come in later on and be live, checking to see if this is actually streaming. I've gone past the point of worrying. I just do this now. This is day 3. This is the 3rd of December. The 3rd of December, I'm coming in today, and today we are going to be carrying on talking a little bit about things that you can begin to start to put into place to assist you to actually get your goals in 2021. As you all know, I work with people who have health problems, all right? And that is huge. That encompasses an enormous number of troubles that people have. But for me, what I'm wanting to do is to focus on supporting people to actually, and I'm going to read this to you because I'm just working on this right now. You know what it's like when you're working on things in your business. I'm supporting people, clients who want to get them to help them feel safe, supported, and empowered. People who want to take their health to the level of forgettable, enabling them to reconnect with themselves, and develop a way to regain, their full energy and health, and get on with life, smiling, laughing, so that health is not something that is the number one problem that they have with their life. So I'm showing up, and I'm showing up because I want you to know that this is what I do. I show up for people. I show up for my clients. If I say I'm going to be there 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm there 9 o'clock in the morning. If somebody wants to book an appointment with me, I am there on time, and we deliver. I deliver. I'm there. If somebody says they need support, then I give them that support. And this is what I'm going to be talking about. When you have a goal, I'm going to ask you a question. I know that I set goals. We've got January the 1st coming up. I set goals. I say to myself, right, that's it. I'm going to have dry January. I'm not going to eat any eggs in January. I'm going to cut out all gluten, and I make myself this great long list of things that I'm going to do. And I get to about the 5th or 7th or 10th of January, and there's a piece of Christmas cake sitting on the side and a nice little bottle of ginger wine. And I end up thinking, oh, and you know what? That's it. And that's normal. It's human. It's absolutely human to fail. Because when you're trying to do something all by yourself, what tends to happen is you don't follow through. Unless you happen to be a particular mindset. But every single athlete, every top level athlete from, Sir Steve Redgrave and Ben Hunt Davis, through to like Nicola Adams, Brian Jacks, all the divings, all the dancers, all the performers that I've worked with, all these people that I've worked with, they all have people in their life that hold them accountable. Yes, so when I was traveling as part of Team GB, and I was working and supporting those athletes, a big part of my job was to make them accountable to me, but to themselves, and to get the thing done. And it's very rare. Virtually nobody works without having that accountability, somebody holding them to task. Because to try to do something all by yourself, even if you've got the biggest mission in the world, even if you've got the biggest passion and reason that you're being drawn forwards, it's almost impossible to do it by yourself. And before you say, yes, but I can do that. Yes, but I've done this. Yes, but ask yourself again, right now, is your health in such a way that you have it completely mapped out. You know, are you getting beautiful sleep? Is your pain so well managed that you don't need to take anything bar the minimum medication? Is your mental health state, your anxiety, is that under control? Are you behaving in all the right ways, like not smoking because you know it's going to impact your lungs, not over drinking because you know that's going to cause a problem, making sure you drink enough water? Are you doing all of these things? Because before you say, yeah, I've got everything under control, let's just be real. And the true truth is, nine times out of 10, people know, you know what you should be doing, but knowing what you should do and actually doing the thing to get the outcome means that you do need that accountability. Yes. So you need to be in a space where somebody is checking in with you, tapping you on the shoulder. Have you done it? Come on. Have you done it? Have you done this? You know, have you done this? So I'll give you an example. I had a guy who came to me last weekend? Yes. He has been having a problem for 9 months, and he's been going somewhere and he's been seen once every 5 weeks. Once every 5 weeks. That's a huge spread, right? And I spent time with him last weekend. I gave him things to do. I told him things to do. Now, yesterday, he had been tasked to book an appointment with me by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, okay? 4 o'clock came, and he hadn't done it. And I took down the appointment and I put an appointment up. He's requested one for Monday afternoon. Now, I'm going to send him a text today to say this is all set up, but please book this by Friday afternoon at 5 p.m. Otherwise, I will be taking this appointment down because there is always the risk that somebody else will take the appointment. Plus, this is about accountability. He needs to make that commitment to actually do the thing to ensure I know he is committed. Yes, and we agree this. If you as a coach are working with somebody, or if you're working in business and you give someone a job, yeah, if you give them a job to do, you expect that job done. You don't give somebody a piece of work and say, oh, would you go through this report for me and we'll have a chat on Friday morning? And they come in on Friday morning and you say to them, how did you find that report? And they say, well, I didn't actually do it. If they didn't actually do it, then this meeting that you've set up on Friday morning is a complete waste of time, isn't it? So you would not expect to arrange to have a cake baked for a birthday party on a Saturday morning, arrange to go and pick it up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then have a phone call. Oh, I'm sorry, we haven't done the cake. You'll have to come in if you want it. You'll have to come in at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. It's like, but the arrangement we made, it would be done by this time. So accountability in parts of your life, you are going to be holding other people accountable. You should be holding other people accountable, because if you've got boundaries and you love yourself and you respect yourself, you will have boundaries. Yes. If you are looking after your own health and you know there are things that you need to do because you don't want to have this pain, you want to be able to learn how to manage it yourself using, let's say, mindfulness processes. Well, you've got to do the mindfulness every single day, not once a week, every day for 40 minutes. You've got to find the time. You've got to commit to doing it. If you want to learn to make a shift and a change, you have to do it every day. And the thing is, that is incredibly hard, and I recognize that. So when you work with me or I work with you, part of the reason that you will want someone like me to work with you is because you will want to get the outcome and the result. And you will want to have someone who's saying to you, have you done it? Have you done this? Have you kept to it? Because if you don't get the accountability, the chances are you're not going to get the result and the outcome. So the reason I wanted to say this is because a lot of times people talk about your mission and your vision in life, you know, the dream that you have. And if the dream is big enough, it's going to draw you forwards. Well, to an extent, yes, it will. But you know, there is this thing called the work that you have to do. So the work that you have to do is like the training that the athletes had to do when they were not with their coach. So when I was working with the athletes, I used to know what the coaches had told them to do, and I would be there day to day. I would know what the psychologist had told them to be practicing day to day, and I would be there. And one of the things that I would be doing is gently saying to them, oh, you know, how's it going with your dum da dum da dum da dum dum? And because I was asking the questions and I was interested, I wasn't going, have you done this? I was saying, oh, you know, how's it going? Are there any problems? Have you got any barriers? Is this something that needs to be reviewed? They knew that they had that dependable, reliable, confidential, supportive, kind, smiling, constant person, I nearly said thing, person there through that phase. If I was with the athletes at a competition, and it was a big competition, over the course of, say, 5 days of being away at competitions, there was a huge structure to whatever went on. With the judo, for example, there'd be certain days where certain weight categories would be competing, and women would be competing some days, men would be competing another day. So you ended up with this huge structure of a big group of people going through this process. And sometimes with a team, you know, I would be looking after, let's say, 20, 25 athletes who were all away at the same time. I would be the only clinician supporting the men's and women's squads if I was away with the rowing. And remember, in an 8, you've got 9 people and you've got spares who go out in case they're ill. By the time you add together the entirety of the number of people that you're responsible for over that intensive period of time, it's a lot. It's a lot of responsibility. It's a group program. Do you follow? So this is a group program. When I was going away, this was group support. I was supporting the group. I was doing movement processes with them. I was doing mindset processes with them. I was working with them one-to-one, confidentially in my space. And this is why I say having that accountability, that trust, knowing somebody is reliable, knowing that if you make a list, which is what we used to do, that I finish my supper by 7:30 or 7 o'clock in the evening, I'll eat early and I'll put a list on my door. You're down for a 7 o'clock, you're down for a 7:20, 7:30, you're down for a, and everybody's got their time on the door and you stick to the time. So people know, oh, I've got an 8 o'clock appointment to go down and see Jill. Bang, 8 o'clock, they were in the door. And you know what? The respect that I got from the athletes was huge. Why? Well, because I stuck to my side of the bargain and they stuck to theirs. If I wanted any equipment taken down to one of the venues, did I have to carry it down? No. Why? Because they asked me if they could help, because they were bigger and stronger. And they used to say, put it outside the door. It'll be on the bus. What time are you going down? What time are you going down to the venue? Because we used to work split between the hotel, which is back at base, and down at the training center. So I used to spend a part of time at the hotel when the majority of the athletes were still there, warming up, not needing to go and do certain things. And then I would go down to the training venue and there would be constant communication between me and the coaches to know where everyone was, because you couldn't suddenly flit and go from the training venue back to the hotel that might be 8 miles away. You had to take everything that you needed with you. So you had to plan, who might I see? It was no good leaving things back in the hotel and going, oh no, I've left my bag of strapping, tape, oils, electrotherapy equipment. No, everything had to go. And a space had to be found. They needed to know where I was. If you really think about what I was doing when I was actually working with those big teams of athletes, it is the same. It is the same as organizing and supporting a group program of people who really wanted to get to the end. It's also the same when it comes to supporting people one-to-one. Now, I put something up yesterday and somebody commented in there to say, I run out of steam. Actually, that's an accountability issue. If what you're doing is running out of steam, it's because you don't have the accountability. And that is not a question of saying, well, then I'll just get my friend to check in with me, because when we're talking health, it might be that the strategy that you've set out on isn't really the one that's going to get you the outcome, or you don't really enjoy it. So I'm just popping in every single day. So today, think about what it is that actually gets you to stumble over. When you set these amazing plans of what you're going to do, you sit down with your diet sheets and you sit down with your recipes and you sit down with all your ingredients, and then something sabotages you. You end up going off in this direction over here. So I shall pop in again tomorrow, guys. I mean, every single day leading up into Christmas. If you want to talk to me, that would be lovely. But remember, I'm running these programs at the moment, and I think it's 90 minutes for £97 or something, which in American and Canadian dollars works out about, about 130. I mean, that is a massive reduction on my normal price. And the reason I've done it is because most times when people get on calls with me, they want to kick my brains. And I thought, fine, let's just open up a 1.5 hour slot where you get the opportunity to brainstorm. We blast those blocks, but not only you get a recording afterwards that will assist you to move forward. Have a lovely day, guys. I'm going to see how I close this all down. And as I say, have a fantastic time. Love you all. Love you.